Waiting. Checking to see if I'm actually live, and it looks like I am. Alright, Brandon, I'm going to give you a second. I saw that you was having some trouble. Righty. Alright, guys, I just want to go ahead and just start this off and say, hey, welcome back. Here we are. We're going strong, you know what I'm saying? We've been doing this since August, and now we're moving on to things with live streaming, so it's been pretty interesting, pretty fun. And I just want to say a couple of thank yous real quick. Just some people that, I was thinking about this is kind of what I'm going to talk about tonight in a sense. I just want to thank my parents, obviously, for raising me in the home that they did, and praying for me and helping me get to the point where I'm at. April and Steve, if y'all are watching this, I want to thank y'all, and Ronnie Crumpton and Winona. Y'all made a big impact to me while I was in youth, to help me get here, and also James Venable for letting me be able to work under you in a sense, and to be one of your sponsors. And I've grown a lot and I've learned a lot just from watching you and everything. And guys, just thank you for coming out. Thank you for taking your time on this Friday night to, now that we're free here in Texas, that you can go out and kind of go do some stuff. But I appreciate you taking a little bit of time right here to come hang out with me just for a little bit and see what God's been working on in my heart. And with that being said, I just want to go ahead and start this. The title of this is, Do You Love Jesus? Okay? And the reason why I'm going to kind of talk about this tonight is the fact that the other day I was sitting there praying, and I was like, God, I want to know you deeper, and I want to be better. I want to be a better speaker for you, and I want to do a better job. I want to make better content essentially for you. And I was just naming all these things that I wanted to do for him, and just out of the middle of it was, all I heard was, do you love me? And I just kept on going, and then the next thing I knew, I was like, wait, what was that? What? And it wasn't like an audible thing, like a, do you love me kind of thing. It was one of those, just talking to my head. And then I just, one of those still small whispers that it took me a second to realize, and it was just, do you love me? And immediately what I thought about at that time was, I thought about Peter and John, chapter 21, verses 15 through 17. And I'm going to go ahead and read it and start with that. And it says, when they finished breakfast, Jesus said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of John, do you love me? More than these, he said to him. Yes, Jesus, you know that I love you. He said to him, feed my lambs. He said to him a second time, Simon, son of John, do you love me? He said to him, yes, Lord. You know that I love you. And he said to him, tend my sheep. He said to him a third time, Simon, son of John, do you love me? And Peter was grieved because he said to him the third time, do you love me? And he said to him, Lord, you know everything. You know that I love you. And Jesus said to him, feed my sheep. Okay? And with this being said, it's one of those things that me and this opportunity is, I need to really understand if I love him and that I love him. Because in this verses, Jesus is talking to Peter, asking him, he says, do you love me? And Peter is like, yeah. And then so once again, he asked him again, do you love me? And again, Peter's like, yes, Lord, I love you. And then Jesus said to him a third time, he said, do you love me? And at that moment, I think it kind of clicked in Peter's mind, like, because first two times he was probably like, why does he keep asking me? He knows this. And the third time he's like, man, do I love him? And I need to love. For one, it was an affirmation of those three times that, Peter denied him. But it was one of those things that at this moment he finally got it. He said, because here's the thing, on this journey, as a Christian, there's no room for you to be lukewarm. There's no room for you to be wavering or off-kiltered. It's one of those things that you have to be all in. You have to truly love Jesus. And to truly love Jesus, we have to daily go into battle. Because here's the thing, it's not of flesh and of blood. Like it talks about in Ephesians 6:12. It says, for our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, and against the powers of the dark world, and against the spiritual forces of the heavenly realm. And what this means is that daily we need to go and renew ourselves through Jesus Christ, and we have to truly know and come to understand who He is, and not just to call upon Him when we need Him, not to kind of just use Him as oh, this looks like good for right now, let me just read, let me use this, and then once we're done, kind of put Him back on the shelf. No, we don't need to do that. We need to come and truly, kind of know who He is. And, some of the things is studying the Bible and praying, and by doing this and growing in this is how we're going to be able to defeat the enemy. But here's the really good thing, is the battles are really already won. We have the easy part. We really do, because all we have to do is accept Jesus for who He is and what He did, and realize that He came down here from His place on high, from His place on glory, to become a human, to be born as a baby, and to live, and to go through, and to live a life as us, and walk among us on this, okay? And we need to have this relationship with Him, and we need to give Him our whole heart, because the days are gone where we lean on our own, where we lean on our own understanding and everything, like it says in Proverbs 3, and we come to know the knowledge of God, and we come to lean and learn on that, because He's got the ultimate knowledge, because to Him, one day is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is like one day. So He already knows what's got to go on. He knows where your life's headed. He knows that, what you need to do, and you prepare. And so we need to learn to love, and we need to learn to trust to trust Jesus, okay? Because, and not put Him back on the bookshelf, okay? Doing that and just use Him in times of, I just kind of feel bad, or, oh man, this is, money trouble, stuff like that. We only pull, but we don't pull on Him on the good times. We don't pull on Him when just everyday needs, and we don't really come to know a relationship for Him, right? And here's the thing is what we need to do is we need to come, and we need to come humbly, and we need to come to our knees and just recognize the glory of who He is, and that He is God, that He is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, okay? And without Him, we have nothing. There's only one way to heaven, and that is through Jesus Christ. Okay, there's only one way to God, and that is through Jesus Christ. Okay, there's going to be several people that leave this life, that go on after this life, and they come up, to the judgment, and Jesus is sending them away, and they're like, Lord, didn't I prophesy in Your name? Lord, didn't I do all these great things in Your name? And He's just really like, look, I didn't know you. You never really had a relationship with me. Depart from me, for I do not know you. Okay? And that's what we don't want. That's what we don't need, is we don't want to live this life where we're just going through the motions. We don't want to live this life where we're only using them because it's popular, or because our friends are doing this, because we feel like it's the right thing. Oh, our parents did it, so let me do these things. Let me do these couple of things, and I should be good, right? No. We need to really come to learn and to understand who Jesus is, okay? Some things that, like I said, we can do to fix that. We need to put ourselves in Jesus' shoes here, or in Peter's shoes here, and just think about it. As we are asked, ourselves, do I love Jesus? Be honest with yourself. Do you really love Jesus? Or are you just using Him as a tool? Or are you just using Him as a crutch? Okay, are you really happy with the answer that you're given here? See, don't be discouraged by the answer if it's something that you don't like. If it comes to find out that you're only doing this because X, Y, and Z, well, there's ways to improve your relationship. There's ways to get better at it. There's ways to go stronger in it, and to really, truly come to love Jesus, okay? And some of those things is, for one, remember, God has plenty of grace, and He has plenty of love for everything that you've done, and everything that you will do, and everything that you're going through. God, like I said earlier, God's already won this battle. He's already set anything in place. Nothing surprises Him. He's got this. You just have to learn to truly love Him and to truly trust Him. When you truly love Him, you'll become to be able to truly trust Him, and you'll be able to walk through these things. Now, is it still going to be a struggle? Yes, because that's just how it is. Jesus talks about, they're not going to hate you. It's the fact that they hate me, so they hate you because of what I did. Not what I did, but what Jesus did. And stuff like this. And so the world actually hates Jesus. They hate what Jesus stands for and who Jesus is and what Jesus did. So therefore, by us being Christians and being Christ-like to learn and to become like him, people might not like us, not like what we say, but remember, it's not our words. And the way that we get to that point to where we have that firm foundation, to where we become to truly learn and to love God, is by doing just using this to the tools that we have. Okay, we have, for one, the Bible. Okay, the Bible is just a love letter from God to us, and showing that He loves us and that He's done everything. He gave His Son. He gave up Jesus to die on the cross for us, so that even though we screwed up and that we sinned, and even though we didn't do it, it started with Adam, but the thing is, we are human and we inherit that trait, and the fact that the fact that we have sin is we can't be into heaven. But here's the thing: when we have God, we realize who He is, and we accept that grace, and we come to Him, and when we read the Bible, we learn what God says. We learn what God's all about. He gives us instructions on things of how we should treat people, how we should live our lives, how we should go about things, how we deal with our struggles, where to go. And see, the thing is, if we take this serious, just like we would take, I love sports, okay, and I love gaming, and I gave it my all, and I did everything. I studied, I studied the plays, and I worked out, and I lifted weights, and I ran and got in shape, and I did everything I could to be the best possible player and best possible teammate for my team to go and help us win. Or with video games, is I try my hardest, okay, and I try and do everything I can. Or even at my job, is I learn my job, and I learn techniques and everything to help me be more efficient and to help me get more things done. If we would take the time like that and actually do that with the Bible, and not just read it, not just, read one word at a time or one passage a day, nothing that, that's a good starting point, but we got to get to the point where we actually start to dig in deep, and we actually take the time and the effort to actually read and understand, that the word understand there. Just understand. A lot of people are like, I don't want to be a Christian. I don't want anything to do with the Bible because I don't understand it. Well, okay, so here's the thing. Have you researched it? God gives us opportunities. He gives us people, Robert Jeffers, Billy Graham, people like that write these books, and it's not something that we should live by their words, but it gives us a study reference. It gives us point of views. It gives us history. Look at history books and go to understand, okay, so why does it say this? Why does it sound crazy like this? Why would he talk like this? Go read about that time period. Take the small effort. Take the 10, 15 extra minutes and actually come to understand who those people were, the times they were living in, and what this stuff kind of means. And so that way you come to learn, and then that way you can apply it to your daily life. And not only will it improve your life, but it will improve the lives around you, okay? And another tool that we have is prayer. That's our direct line. That's our direct line to the Savior, okay? And literally all we do is we just sit there and we just say, Lord, and just start talking to Him. Tell Him about your day. It sounds silly, and you're like, I don't know how to pray. Well, just start it like that. Talk about your day. Talk about the things that you're going through. Talk about the things that you're thinking about. And as you start to become more comfortable with praying, and you start to get into the Bible there, you'll start to learn how to pray and what to pray about and the things to pray about, and just continue the way to pray, and you'll kind of strengthen you, and you'll build that relationship. So therefore you'll come to know who He is. Not just what people say He is, not what you see on TV, not what you read, not what you watched on these videos. It's because you build that relationship with Him, and you become to know who He is, so that when trials and tribulations come, because they will come, that you're prepared and you're ready to go. And these are just some of the things that you can do. Okay? And it's like I said, it's a direct line. So today, if you're not happy with your decision, I challenge you to do that. I challenge you to take the time to research history. Go to the library. I know they're probably closed right now, but when they're open up, go to the library, or text some of your Christian friends if you're not a Christian, or even if you are a Christian, text your Christian friends. There's resources online to find stuff, to everything, to kind of read about those areas, and truly take the time. Take the time. If you like to work out, put that kind of effort in it. If you like to sew, put that kind of effort in it. Whatever it is, there's something that you like to do, and there's something that you just have the willingness to just destroy and just be the best you can at. Why can't we be the best at being a Christian? Why can't we put that effort? Because here's the thing. All those other things that we come to know and we come good at it, it's not really going to matter. We can't take those skills with us. We can't take the prestige of the wins or whatever it is with us. At the end of this life, the only thing that we take is our soul. And what's going to determine where your soul goes, whether it's heaven or hell, is what you did with Jesus, what you did with the time that you had, with the opportunities you had, okay? And with that being said, guys, I know I'm starting to kind of rant here, but it's just that important, guys. With that being said, I hope y'all have a really good weekend. And, God is just reaching out, and He's waiting. So what are you waiting for? All you got to do is reach out, guys. And with that being said, guys, I will see y'all next week. I really do appreciate y'all's time and coming out and just give me an opportunity to preach and speak the word in these crazy times. And with that being said, guys, I hope y'all have a good weekend. I'm going to be praying for y'all. I hope y'all pray for me. I hope you pray for this channel, not for my success, but for the Lord's success. And with that being said, guys, go share the gospel. Go share with your friends. Go put in some time. Right now, especially if you're going to go out, just take 5 minutes. 5 minutes is all I ask, okay? And just tell people, or just tell somebody, or even just take the time to read the Bible and to kind of understand it. Read something, find something that you really just don't understand, and research it. It will make a big difference in your life, and it'll make things a lot more meaningful, and it'll help you kind of understand. With that being said, guys, God bless you, and just have a good weekend. Stay safe, and I'll see y'all guys next week. Oops.